Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Hopeful Chewbacca back at the Church of Chewbacca, and this video is going to be about going over the team synergies in NHL 21. I know we've already gone over the player synergies and kind of went over which ones are the best for the player synergies. Well, this time around, we're going to rank the team synergies 1 through 6, as there's only 6 of them, and which ones I think you should build your team around. Especially if you build like 1 or 2 of them. I think they fit hand in hand better than some other ones. Before we get into ranking each of these synergies and explaining them and what they can be used for, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, hit that notification bell so you know whenever I'm uploading more videos. Comment down below what you guys think about these team synergies for NHL 21, which ones you guys are going to go after, whether you agree or disagree with me on this list. Also, don't forget to share this video with any of your friends or family that play NHL 21 so we can continue to grow the community. I appreciate all the support I've gotten so far. So before we start the list here, let me explain what team synergies are. Essentially, team synergies boost the attributes that are listed on the synergy for the entire team. You'll need 10 people that, like, let's say Spark, for example, have Spark as a team synergy on their card. And then once you have 10 guys, everybody on the entire team, whether they have Spark or not, will get +4 acceleration, +4 body checking, +4 discipline, and +4 strength. Now that I've explained the team synergies a little bit, let's get into actually going over the list. Coming in at number 6. The 6th spot's going to feature Barrage. And essentially, you have to get 10 people that have this as for their team synergy on the card. It's going to be +4 aggression, +4 offensive awareness, +4 slap shot accuracy, +4 slap shot power. Now, Barrage is great for defensemen. I don't think it's that great for wingers and centers. I think aggression is almost a useless attribute. It does have some things like how aggressive it is trying to intercept passes on the puck for the computer, so it has a little bit of need, but it's one of those lower tier attributes when you're really looking at what kind of cards you should go after. Slap shot power and slap shot accuracy are great for defensemen, great for like big bodied wingers, great for one-timers, I guess, depending on what kind of one-timer you get. I get a lot of one-timers that are kind of almost tapping goals, or sometimes the guy will shoot a wrist shot. You don't always get a slap shot out of it unless they really get the load up, but great for defensemen. Offensive awareness will help guys positioning offense, but I just don't think with the other 3 attributes it's really that great. It's coming in at number 6. I think it's by far the worst team synergy that you can have out of the 6 of them. Coming in at number 5. Taking the 5th spot is balanced. It's +3 defensive awareness, +3 deking, +3 endurance, +3 puck control, +3 wrist shot power. I do think that the deking is really not that necessary. Like I said, even in the player synergies, unless you're one of those guys that's super fancy on the puck, but you're not going to need deking for defensemen. So that, like, it becomes a useless attribute for defensemen because what are you going to deke about? The endurance, like I said before, I think is more important on defensemen than forwards, but +3 endurance is actually a pretty good attribute. However, there's another synergy that's a team synergy that gives you endurance that I think's better overall for your team, just slightly better. The puck control and wrist shot power are actually very good with defensive awareness. I think the biggest thing that makes balanced at the 5th spot and a little bit higher on the list is the other synergy that I think is very similar to balance that you'll see coming up here on the list very shortly, that I think is just slightly better. You do need 10 guys to get this. It is a overall good synergy. It's not a bad one to have. If you pair it with some of the other higher end synergies, it actually becomes a little bit better because it's filling in some of those gaps that I think really can make some players a lot better. Coming in at number 4. The 4th spot is going to be taken by Heart and Soul. You get +4 balance, +4 endurance, +4 faceoffs, +4 shot blocking. Now, as I mentioned, why endurance wasn't as important in balance is because they have Heart and Soul, which actually gives you +4 endurance. It gives you some balance. The big thing here is +4 faceoffs. If you can get a center that has the player synergy for faceoffs, and then you get the Heart and Soul for faceoffs, you have a chance of having +9 faceoffs. So you can take a somewhat decent center like a Sidney Crosby and make him an elite centerman with the Heart and Soul and that player synergy, assuming that the player has it. I'm just using Crosby as an example because I know he has like low 80s faceoffs, or at least he should. If it got really boosted this year, I apologize. I haven't really looked at the Crosby card that much, but I would assume that it's in the low 80s like it typically is. Shot blocking is huge for the computer. It also helps if you're an L1 blocker or you're an L1, R1 player that tries to do the slide blocking. The shot blocking really helps. Sometimes I feel like it almost directs the puck at shin guards and stuff. I'm not even kidding there. Balance is a great attribute if the whole team can get it. Individually, it's not that great of an attribute, but balance can help a lot when it comes to the team. I think it just has a slight edge over the balanced team synergy for me. I think they're pretty much neck and neck. You could swap them at the 4 and 5 spot, but I think that they don't really touch the top 3 that we're about to go over right here. Coming in at number 3. In the 3rd spot, we have Spark. +4 acceleration, +4 body checking, +4 discipline, and +4 strength. So +4 strength really isn't that important. But the +4 discipline is super important because a computer, I think it's still set up where they can't take penalties, but it definitely helps you personally when you're trying to stick check. You're trying to get a big body check in there. You're trying to pin people to the boards. The discipline does help, especially stick checking. If you're stick checking or poke checking, the discipline will help you a lot, not the trip guys. +4 acceleration, I think, is huge for the entire team, as well as +4 body checking. This is another one where I think, depending on how you play, Heart and Soul and Balance could be above Spark. But I think, personally, the acceleration for the entire team puts Spark ahead of those two. But Spark is coming in at number 3 on the list. I think it's a very good team synergy, especially if you pair it up with one of the next two that's coming up here. Coming in at number 2. In the 2 spot, Swarm. Now, this is the only team synergy that you only need 8 guys for, but I haven't seen this synergy on a lot of players, if I'm being honest. But it does have +4 agility, +4 defensive awareness, +4 hand-eye, +4 stick checking. So it has 4 big attributes that are very important. I think hand-eye isn't as important as the other ones, but if you get some guys in front of the net, hand-eye is good. Stick checking can be used for defensemen for the entire team, as well as defensive awareness, and then agility. However, I think agility out of the 3 skating attributes you're looking at is the worst. I think acceleration and speed are more important than agility is. So that's what's putting Swarm at the 2 spot. Although with only 8 guys, it might get the nudge over what's the number 1. But I think that Swarm and what's in the 1st spot coming up here is going to be the 1 and 2 or 1A, 1B. Like, I don't think there's any question that they're the top 2 team synergies. Coming in at number 1. Taking the 1st spot here is Distributor. Now, I understand that maybe Swarm does have a slightly better attributes that are more stronger attribute categories, and you get a +1 more in each of them. But +3 durability, +3 passing, +3 puck control, and +3 speed, I think those are very important. Now, the durability, I guess you can kind of throw that out of the window a little bit. For a whole team, durability is not the best attribute, but it's not a bad one. The +3 speed is what really does it for me here. Speed is so important in this game. I mentioned that before in the player synergies. Speed is, I think, the most important attribute besides, like, shooting attributes when you're trying to score goals. And then for defensemen, stick checking, defensive awareness. But overall, speed's needed by everybody. Then you have the passing. Passing for your entire team at +3 is huge. It's the only team synergy that has passing involved in it. Now, there are some player synergies that do have passing involved, but this is the only one that has +3 passing. So you factor in the passing and speed, which are super important for every player on the ice. And then you throw in some puck control, get some guys that are hard on the puck. You can help defensemen when guys are just over-aggressively forechecking. Me, personally, I think this is the best synergy. But like I said, I think Swarm could possibly take the 1 spot for some people. I do think they're 1A and 1B. I would take Distributor over Swarm in my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about these 6 team synergies. Let me know if you agree with the rankings or don't agree with the rankings. I think we can all agree, though, that Barrage is the worst one. Maybe you guys don't. Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to talk to you guys about it. That's going to wrap up this ranking and review of the team synergies. Don't forget to comment, like, and share this video. I appreciate all the support you guys have given me so far. Have a great day and be safe.